I hate to state the obvious, but I read a number just less than 24 hours ago that they're now claiming $380 million has gone to the key members of the key committees within the last year. And Max Baucus is the biggest winner of all. It's obvious that you take the money out, you're not going to have someone like Max Baucus go against the citizens of Montana and what they want. It's lunacy. So I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but the whole point of all of this stuff is to stop United Health Corporation or Pfizer from telling our elected officials in Washington that they can't talk about single payer, and that in terms of a public option, which is sort of the way down the food chain, next best thing to do, that you can't even do something with a public option that's going to make a difference. When it gets to that level of control by corporations, then it eats at the heart and soul of the country.
We just put it in stark terms. Of course, Andrew's exactly right. The public option, which is not something that our organization thinks will solve the problem, but certainly a lot of good intentioned folks support, including about 65 or 70% of the American people. So ask yourself, if there's a reform that 70% of the people support, but Congress won't enact, why is that? I mean, it's just kind of simple, right? Because you have to establish why is it that a policy debate isn't happening? Why is it that a policy alternative isn't being enacted when it enjoys popular support? And I think it goes right to the heart of what Chris was saying, that if money is speech, right, then votes don't matter. And that's the problem with that Supreme Court decision, because popular support is secondary to money, because you only have as much power as you have money. And yet, the power that the people have ultimately is the vote. And if the vote matters less than money, then popular programs will not be enacted. So we've had polls that show 65% of the folks in this country would support Medicare for all, even with a tax increase. Okay, now you may have a policy debate and not have the votes for that in Congress, but to say it's off the table, why is Medicare for all off the table? When it enjoys, I'll take the Kaiser family poll, okay, it's 49%. Is there any policy alternative that's off the table when it has majority support? You have to answer that question, and the only answer can be that those deep pockets with money have taken it off the table. I mean, after all, these people are elected by people who support a reform that they're not even willing to consider. So somebody else must be driving that train.
Yeah. May I add just one footnote? Senator Sherrod Brown said that the certain members of the Senate are on a short leash, quote unquote, a short leash to the vested interest corporations in the healthcare debate. And when a sitting member calls out his colleagues on that, we're in dire straits here with democracy being perverted.